Hi everyone, Andrew here at the Bearded Dragon Games for Dominaria booster box opening. Remember everyone, Dominaria does not come out till April 27th at your local store. And none of these cards we open up will be for sale until that date. But we're going to go over because we have some in. If you are trying to still pre-order some Dominaria product, you can pre-order both singles and sealed product at thebeardeddragongames.com. To reiterate again, none of these cards are come out until April 27th. If you did pre-order a box, you may be able to pick it up here at the Bearded Dragon Games or at your local game store during pre-release weekend, starting at midnight pre-release until Sunday, where you can both get your sealed boxes and pre-release and promo. So with that, we're gonna get started and start opening up this one box. So Dominaria, I think everyone is happy to go back to the roots of Magic, the home plane, and it is probably one of my favorite sets to see in a while and most anticipated sets for me to be able to open up. So I'm very, very pumped to be able to open this box up and show it to you guys. I'm going to go over kind of just certain cards. I know my people behind the cameras have both pre-order prices on some singles that we'll be opening up. They'll go over that, and we'll kind of go over, I'll talk about certain cards if need be, hype cards, stuff like Dampening Sphere, Urza, Fairy, and the like. And hopefully too, I'll get Liz might, if you guys have questions, any questions, Liz will relay me some questions so I can answer some of those. I'm just going to double check we have 36 packs to start off with. So 3, 6, 9, 12 there. 3, 6, 9, 12 there. And 3, 6, 9, 12 there. Alright, so we got 36 packs in the box. It's also good to double check these. Last time we did a box opening was for Masters 25. We did in response to Rudy's video to kind of see if these print issues were a thing. So we want to kind of go over still, see are there any potential issues with Dominaria. So I'm going to start off opening packs and we'll see how this goes. Try to speed it up, went a little slow the first time, but I think I can get this going fast. So, well, we're going to start off with Op. It's a great reprint and has good art. Let's actually make sure I'm positioned properly. Op, Gidu Juni Mage, Invoke the Divine, Windgrace Acolyte, Arbor Armament. I'm going to go through these a little fast and make comments. The line between the flavor text and the actual, what the card does, looks very good. I think it's a nice, it's subtle, but it's clear on what the difference between the two things are. Cards feel good. I know they made an announcement the other day about there's going to be a little better feel to the cards. So hopefully that means better structure overall, especially with foils that were curling way too fast. So Wizard's Retort is our first uncommon. Merfolk Trickster, I know people are looking for this card. And well, let's first double check because, right, so Woodland Cemetery, but that should not be there right now because we should have another uncommon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So Woodland Cemetery. And then the legendary, okay, that makes sense then. So the legendary card is going to be behind your rare, the legendary of the pack is behind your rare or mythic, and will be behind that. So as I got a little fearful, maybe we were down in uncommon there. It's going to be located behind your rare mythic, similar to how Innistrad flip cards were. So nice little land reprint we got there. And then Grun the Lonely King was our legendary uncommon. This guy is going to be insane when you're getting, during pre-release weekend, when you get swung at by a 2020. Of course, late game, you might beat them by then, but yes. I'm being told to speed up a little, but I figured we'd go over that fast. We're going to skip the commons for now and kind of go straight to the uncommons real quick. All right. Skizix is back. Orcish Vandal. Two-Headed Giant is our rare. Pretty fun card, which means our uncommon legendary should be behind this foil plains, which looks very nice. Garna the Blood Flame, the Rakdos one. Brings back all your creatures and then they get haste. Card's very strong. More sapling tokens. I'm gonna go back, separate the legendary and the rares for a second. And we'll keep going. I gotta take a better look at these legendary frames when I get the chance. I think I like them in person, but they are definitely kind of, I can understand people don't exactly like them. All right, first Saga, I must say these look very nice in person. I get the formatting looked a little weird for many people, but I think this looks very nice. All right, Song of Free Release, Weight of Memory, and our rare is Territorial Allosaurus. And our legendary is Ouroboros, the Empty One. Another limited bomb. All these legendary creatures that uncommon are just so strong. I think this set for limited is just going to be insane how strong the power level is going to be. I'm very much looking forward to see it in action. I'm a little, again, coming off of Ixalan like. We hope that the limited formats may be a little more fun than those. No offense to it, but I know I wasn't a big fan, as were others. But we'll see how good it is. Our rare is Tashar, Ancestors Apostle. Nice new bird legendary. Going straight in my EDH deck. Alright. Get through the commons and uncommons fast. I'll stop when we hit a dampening sphere at some point so we can talk about that card a little bit. Try to keep moving but still talk about it. I didn't miss it, did I? Yeah. Final part. Precognition Field is our rare. Look at top card library, cast top card if it's instant sorcery, and then 3 exile top card of your library. And our legendary creature is Tetsuko Umezawa Fugitive. Getting a little Kamigawa on Dominaria, which is sweet. I do see us not really going back to Kamigawa, and now that they're doing Dominaria as very much a legendary creature set. Legendary was very important back for original Kamigawa, so I don't see us going back there for a while with this, with how they handled Dominaria. But all right, so we got a Wizard's Retort, followed by a Merfolk Trickster in our first pack. They were both next to each other. Lich's Mastery is our rare, nice legendary enchantment, and our uncommon legendary is Tatyova Benthic Druid. So you can get your legendary rare, and then the legendary uncommon will be behind your legendary rare, it looks like. I will say, the way the multicolor cards look with the legendary frame looks very nice, the way the colors kind of wrap around with the frame. We have not gotten a foil besides that plains yet, so I'm hoping we can see what the legendary frame looks like in foil, if it pops out a little bit more, and just how nice it looks. Fungal Plots, Settle the Score. Our rare Steel Leaf Champion. This card's going to be insane in a mono green Stompy deck, I think, for standard. And our uncommon legendary is Baird Steward of Argive. And then this really nice Stained Glass Knight token. That's the foil. I'm going to keep trying to go as fast as I can. Just going over things if they pop out to me, if I feel like you guys might be interested. Alright, Fungal Plots. Joyous Familiar. Memorial to War. And our mythic is Varric's Bladewing. 4-mana 4/4 flying dragon with kicker 3. If you kick it, you create a Karox Bladewing, which is another legendary dragon token. So, strong card, very strong for limited. I think they did. It's a little different power level than I think the other mythics in the set, but I think they didn't want to have another issue with Glorybringer at rare for limited reasons. Because everyone loved it when your opponent got like double Glorybringer and you just lost. Goblin Warchief coming into Modern. It's going to be very fun. I know a few people are looking forward to playing some goblins in Modern. Final Parting, Seal Away. Our foil is before our rare mythic, so the foil is Gaia's Protector. And then the rare or mythic, well, the rare is Ariel, Knight of Windgrace. Construct token. Move these a little bit to the side so we can kind of see what I've got. Flip through these a little fast. Another Goblin War Chief. Knight of Malice. It is interesting how they changed from... I knew they didn't want to do protection anymore, so they moved over to hexproof from certain colors now, so that's interesting. Now, Marshal, the triple white rare. Other creatures you control get +1/+1. It's a 3/3. And our foil, so we got a foil Tetsuko Umezawa Fugitive. So this is our first time we can look at the legendary frame on a foil. And I think it looks pretty nice. It doesn't pop out as much as I thought it would, so I'm a little disappointed there. But I will say this particular foil looks really nice with the dancing lights around Tetsuko. So if you are looking for one, I would definitely try to get a foil one. And then we still have another legendary. And our other legendary is Rona, Disciple of Gix, the Demur one. So I'm definitely hoping for a Karn, because that card is broken in every way, shape, or form. I know he's not liberated, but he definitely does different things, and I think in his own way that's just really, really dumb. Our rare is Forebear's Blade. 3-mana equipment. Equipped creature gets +3/+0 and Vigilance and Trample. When the equipped creature dies, you attach it to target creature you control and equip 3. And our uncommon legendary is Quend, Pride of Femerith. 4-mana 2/2 double strike creatures you control with first strike, have double strike. Gives a nice little upgrade to your first strike creatures. Nature's Spiral, Thorn Elemental, glad to see that back. And our second mythic is the Weatherlight. 4-mana 4/5 legendary artifact vehicle, flying. When deals combat damage to a player, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You can reveal a historic card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any random order. For those of you who may not remember or know, historic cards are artifacts, legendaries, and sagas. And the crew cost is 3. Our uncommon legendary is Valduk, Keeper of the Flame. Nice little 3-mana 3/2. And all the sapling tokens. I know people want to try saplings in Standard. I don't know how well they're going to work, but I think there's definitely a potential for a pretty fun deck with them. I have a EDH sapling deck, so all these new ones are going straight into that deck. Untamed Kavu, Cast Down, Howling Golem. Our foil is Urza's Tome, and our rare mythic is Joda, Archmage Eternal. Pretty nice. Again, I like how the multicolor cards look with the legendary frame. Still not sure how I feel about the others, but I definitely think the multicolor ones look very nice. Alright, I believe we might have a foil in this pack. Lingering Phantom. Memorial to Glory. Our rare is Blackblade Reforged, 2-mana artifact, legendary artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each land you control. You equip to a legendary creature for 3 mana, and equip to a normal creature for 7 mana. And our uncommon legendary is Valduk, Keeper of the Flame. No foil like I thought. Yeah, the feel of these cards is definitely different than how it was in the past. They definitely did something a little different. I like the feel. I think you just kind of feel them a little better. Just hold on to them better. Let's see, Song of Freelise. Again, it's still the only saga I think we've gotten, so I love the look. Another Forebear's Blade. Our foil rare is Ariel, Knight of Windgrace. Yeah, so the foil legendary multicolor frame I think looks very nice. The colors pop out more. The shading looks really good, and I think that's, you don't want them looking, that looking weird is not exactly what people want in their foils. All right, so that's our foil, and then our uncommon legendary is Tiana, Ship's Caretaker. 5 mana, 3/3, flying, first strike, or equipment. You control sprint to the graveyard from the battlefield, return that card to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next set step. Not bad, not bad. Oh, Lion War Elves. So good to see you back. Fight with Fire. Sanctum Spirit. Our rare is Mishra's Self-Replicator, 5 mana, 2/2. Whenever you cast a historic spell, you may pay 1. If you do, create a token that's a copy of it. Ah, there we go. Mr. Frog Spirit himself, Yargle, Glutton of Urborg. Because everyone likes vanilla 9/3s. Mountain Kavi. Cast down. Knight of Malice. Alright, so we have a foil, Sergeant at Arms. And our rare is Thraxos, Scourge of Krug. Nice little 4 mana 7/7 with trample. Enters the battlefield tap and doesn't untap until your end step, during your untap step, and whenever you cast a historic spell, untap it. There was talks of this card seeing play in Affinity. I don't think it's gonna be good enough, but if it makes it in the deck, hey, that's pretty sweet, because 4 mana 7/7s that just trample over for everything are just insane. So Chain's Torment, the Flame of Keld, Mythic, another Saga, Phyrexian Scriptures, 4 mana Saga. For the first one, you put a 1/1 counter on up to one target creature. It becomes an artifact in addition to its other types. Second one is destroy all non-artifact creatures, and the third one is exile all cards from all opponents' graveyards. So, not bad. Not bad at all. And then our uncommon legendary is Danitha, Capuchin Paragon. Got a little... Let's keep going. Alright, another Saga, Chain's Torment. Shield of the Realm. Our rare is Tempest Djinn, the 3 mana 0/4 flying, gets +1/+0 for each basic island you control. And then, probably my favorite uncommon legendary of the set, Slimefoot the Stowaway, the Saproling Lord. I also think he's going to be very good in Limited. Creature engine by himself that causes, when those tokens die, you're just getting tons of value out of them. Memorial to Folly, Warcry Phoenix, Juggernaut's back. Our rare is Kazarov, Sengir Pureblood. 7 mana, 4/4 flying. Whenever a creature an opponent controls is dealt damage, put a 1/1 counter on it. And 3 and a red, deal 2 damage to target creature. Still waiting on our first Stamping Sphere. Another Memorial to Folly, Spore Crown Ballad, Curator's Ward, and our rare is Squee. He's back, guys. There's so many he's back gonna happen for this entire set, and I think everyone's gonna love the nostalgia. 3 mana 2/1, cast him from your graveyard or from exile. So he's basically gonna be around forever. No matter what you do, he's gonna be there. Dauntless Bodyguard. Zalfirin Void. Zalfirin. Something like that. Our rare is Clifftop Retreat. Our foil, okay, second foil rare is a Woodland Cemetery. I will say this is the first foil we've seen with the new dividing line between the rules text and the flavor text. And I think that actually looks very nice on the foil because it actually looks almost 3D how it is. And then our legendary is Urgoros the Empty One. Dauntless Bodyguard. Hey, our first stamping sphere, there we go. I know almost everyone with the original leak thought this was going to be rare, but it's good to see that Wizards printed it uncommon. That's just a natural hate card like this, didn't really need to be at rare. Alright, our rare is the first Eruption. 3-mana saga. First one, deal 1 damage to each creature without flying. Second one, add 2 red. And then third, just sacrifice a forest. If you do, the first Eruption deals 3 damage to each creature. It's a nice little board wipe. And our uncommon is Adeliz the Cinder Wind. 3-mana 2/2, flying haste, legendary human wizard. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, wizards you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Pretty strong. Alright. Memorial to Genius. Goblin Barrage. Our rare is Sulphur Falls. Love the look of the art. Our foil is Soul Salvage. And our legendary is Garna the Bloodflame. So we probably hit all the foil rares we were expecting from the box, and we have about 6 other foils, so we probably only will get 1 or 2 more foils. Alright. Uncommon Memorial to Unity. Sorcerer's Wand. Our rare is Clifftop Retreat. And the uncommon is Wrath Capuchin, Ship's Mage. 4-mana 3/3, flash flying, and you can cast historic spells as though they had flash. I think he's going to be very strong in limited, at least, because being able himself to come in with flash and then everything else, all your other historic spells, is probably going to be very good, especially with artifacts and the like. I think are going to get the most from it. Alright. Our rare is Sylvan Awakening. 3 mana until your next turn. All lands you control become 2/2 elemental creatures with reach, indestructible, and haste. They're still lands. Our uncommon legendary is Halar the Firefletcher. 3 mana 3/3 elf archer with trample. Whenever you cast a spell, if it was kicked, put a 1/1 counter on Halar and then it deals damage equal to the number of 1/1 counters on it to each opponent. So it's pretty good. Looks like red-green is definitely the kicker archetype for limited. We got a Skizix, Sorcerer's Wand. Our rare is Goblin Chain Whirler. 3 mana 3/3 first strike, enters the battlefield, deals 1 damage to each opponent, each creature, and planeswalker they control. Card is really strong. And Quend Pride Ephemerith is our uncommon. And a creepy little nightmare horror right there. Firefletcher should go right there. We got only a couple packs left. So, hope you guys enjoying this. If there's any things you want me to point out or talk more about, I can try to get to them after the stream if Liz points them out to me. But I am definitely loving the look of everything from the set. Shalai, Voice of Plenty. This card is insane. If you end up being white-green in limited, you are happy to have this card. 4 mana 3/4 angel, flying. You, planeswalkers you control, and other creatures have hexproof. And then 4 green, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. She's just absolutely insane. And then our uncommon legendary is Adeliz Cinderwind. The one that basically gives prowess to every wizard you have. Alright. Urza's Tome. Thorn Elemental, good to see him again, as I said. Jasu Ves, Lich Knight is our rare. 4 mana 4/5, so already good value. Kicker 6, 5 in the black. Menace, when he enters the battlefield, if he's kicked, create 8 2/2 black zombie knight creature tokens with Menace. It's pretty good right there. And then another Rona Disciple of Gix. And then nice cool Goblin token. So we do have 3 mythics. I do expect we should be getting at least 1 or 2 more. I'm a little surprised it's a little low than we're used to, but hopefully get 1 or 2 more. Memorial to Unity. The Flame of Keld. There we go. Another mythic, right? History of Benalia. 3 mana saga. 1 and 2 are create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance, and then knight creatures you control get +2/+1 until end of turn for the third. I think this card is very strong and will probably see a white weenie deck come through with the next standard. And then our legendary is Halar the Fire Puncher. So let me shift this over so you guys can see the arts, because I love how the sagas just look overall. The art's gorgeous. I have the History of Dominaria art myself, the full print from Bradley, and it's just absolutely insane how nice the art is. Fire Fist Adept, Thorn Elemental. Rare is Haphazard Bombardment. 6 mana enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, choose 4 non-enchantment permanents you don't control and put an aim counter on each. At the beginning of your end step, if 2 or more permanents you don't control have an aim counter on them, destroy one of those permanents at random. So it's kind of a little fun rare right there. Nothing amazing. Our foil is a Power Stone Shard, which looks very nice in foil. And then Whisper Blood Liturgist. 4 mana 2/2, sacrifice, tap sack 2 creatures, return target creature card from the battlefield, from the graveyard to the battlefield. So he's really good because he doesn't say sack 2 other creatures, so you can tap, sack him and another to get back some other bomb, and just way better. I think he's way better just because of that simple little line change by not saying another 2 creatures. Alright, our rare is Fall of Thran, 6 mana, 1 destroy all lands. 2 and 3 are each player returns 2 land cards from their graveyard to the battlefield. And then our uncommon legendary is of Arvad the Cursed, 5 mana 3/3, Death Touch, Lifelink, and other legendary creatures you control get +2/+2. Not bad. Not bad at all. Icy Manipulator we got back. Diligent Excavator. Our rare is a Hinterland Harbor. Loving how the colors pop on this. And then our uncommon legendary is Slinvada the Rising Deep. 8 mana, 8/8 Leviathan, kicker 2. When it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, return all creatures to their owner's hands except for Merfolk, Krakens, Leviathans, Octopuses, and Serpents. That's just insane. Another Icy Manipulator. Or the Weatherlight. Our rare is Kamal's Druidic Vow. X green legendary sorcery. You look at the top X cards of your library. You may put any number of land and/or legendary permanent cards with converted mana cost X or less from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest into your graveyard. And our uncommon legendary is Shana Sisei's Legacy. A white and a green 0/0 can't be the target of abilities your opponents control and gets +1/+1 for each creature you control. Right, 2 more packs to go. The Eldest Reborn. Another Damping Sphere. Our rare is Thran Temporal Gateway, 4 mana artifact, 4 tap. Put a historic permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. Then we have a Tetsuko Umezawa Fugitive. So I will say that's good. We got 2 Damping Spheres in our sideboard, not our sideboard, in our box, which means those can go straight into our sideboards upon release day, and we can all be, well, us Tron players and Storm players won't be happy, but we'll have to deal with it, and everyone else can be happy to have a threat against those. Remember, everyone, set does not come out until next Friday, April the 27th. But if you did pre-order a box, you can still pick it up from your local game store or us here at the Bearded Dragon Games. Alright, and our final rare for the box is the Mirari Conjecture. 5 mana saga. First one, return target instant card from your graveyard to your hand. Second one, return target sorcery card from the graveyard to your hand. And then the third one is, until end of turn, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. Alright, so our foil, for the first time, is behind the rare. Memorial to Unity. And then our final legendary is Tatyova Benthic Druid. So, alright, So it looks like we got 1, 2.
So before we begin the overview of the box, we have a few questions from the chat.
Sure.
The first question being, how does the cardstock feel? Is the hype really worth it?
So I haven't seen so I didn't really see hype. If there's more hype than I thought, then that's good. I'm glad people are excited for better cardstock. I think it feels a lot better. I feel it feels to me similar to the Japanese, to the cardstock of both Japanese and other foreign and Russian cards that we get in every once in a while. It just feels like a better card overall. It feels just sturdier and better. I do think there's you can definitely notice the change, and that makes me very happy to hear that Wizards is listening and is just changing things upon seeing both all the complaints we're having. I do want to focus too on the foils. The foils, in the same right because as someone who does get Japanese Russian product, this reminds me more like those cardstock, which to me have since the last couple sets for standard I've been getting in the foreign language, and it's been better cards. It's been holding up better. The foils aren't bending as much, and if this feels like that, I feel a lot better for just how well these are going to last over the coming months and years going forward.
So now the second question, also regarding cardstock, is one relating to the recent Japanese cardstock change.
Mm-hmm.
There were definitely some issues where you could feel the difference in the cardstock, even through sleeves. Do we feel the same issue will occur here?
I don't think so. The Japanese cardstock thing was addressed for the most part. They made sure it was better balanced. And again, if you're going to be, if someone was playing one Japanese card compared to the rest, you could see like that's a little off. But I don't think you're going to see this issue at all. I think it's just a better cardstock. It still feels same thickness as a Magic card and the like, but it just feels like a better card overall. You can tell that this is a better product than what has come out in the past.
And for the last question from the chat, we have a request to overview how the legendary placement in packs works, because we are seeing it become a little bit confusing for some players.
So from what it was, if you open a normal pack, no foils, no anything else, and there was an uncommon legendary, if your legendary for your pack was uncommon, it was not located with the other uncommons in the pack. It was uncommon, your rare or mythic, and then the legendary card. The way it looked like too for if there was a foil in that pack as well, it's legendary, the rare or mythic, the foil, and then your legendary uncommon. And as we saw with like the Weatherlight, Shalai, and other rare mythic legendary cards, it doesn't always take the place of a legendary card in your pack. There almost always was, I actually think there always was, I might have to double check, but there was always an uncommon, no, I do know there was 1 or 2 packs where there was no uncommon, but there's always going to be a legendary in your pack. And you won't like lose out on a rare or mythic because of this.
Okay, fantastic. And that should bring us to the end of our Dominaria booster box opening.
Yep.
Don't forget that you can pre-order Dominaria singles and boxes at www.bearddragon.com.
It's important.
Use code PASSINGPRIORITY, both P's are capital, to save
Passing priority
10% on your order. You can also always tune in at 8 p.m. on Tuesdays.
8 p.m. on Tuesdays.
And don't forget that pre-release is this weekend, and you can also pre-register at the same URL, bearddragon.com.
Mm-hmm.
And you can save money, you can get all sorts of exclusive deals.
We're doing special Winamax. We're doing at least Winamax or Win Power pre-release. Got to double check which one of those. We're giving out Power. There's going to be Masters stuff alongside of our Dominaria stuff. There's going to be tons of prizes all pre-release weekend. Maybe some door prizes. Who knows? But we got everything for you guys, so you guys can have a fun and just enjoy coming back to Dominaria, the home place of Magic, and just really getting to see just from where Magic began.
And don't forget my personal favorite, the breakfast pre-release, because who doesn't love a heaping
We all want brunch.
Bacon and French toast along with your pre-release experience.
We all want it.
That's going to bring us to the end of our booster box opening.
I'm Andrew. That's Liz behind the camera. That's also Nick waving hi to me. Hi, Nick. And
other than that, you guys have yourselves a wonderful day.
Yep.
And